Bang, bang! What's going, guys? To an exciting new edition of Main Event on Talkin Hands. As always, I'm your host, Preston, joined by my co-host, Mr. Danny Betts. We're going to actually recap. Really no big fights to break down this week. So we're going to recap the fights that happened last week and shout out Winner Circle in the chat. Bring his comment up real quick. Hey, yo, what's going on? Preston, Danny, my guys. Because your boys after class, taking night classes for welding. Shit. Welding's big money, Danny. If you don't know about welding,
bro,
you gotta know.
The prices now too.
Yeah. So shout out Winner Circle. Get those classes in. Should be fun time. Danny, let's get her started here. Break down the fight that we covered last week. Diego Pacheco did get the job done as we expected. Knocks out Maciej Sulecki, round 6. As I put in the title there, brutal body shot knockout, pretty much one hit, quit. Danny, what are your thoughts on Pacheco? Eddie Hearn came after the fact and said he wanted, who do you want, Munguia? So that would be exciting.
Dude, we were talking about that.
Yeah, so Danny, I'll let you take the floor here.
That would be a great matchup. Pacheco, so I like what he did in this fight. Like, he didn't rush anything. He started off with using his jab. Boxing from the outside, like we were saying, like he's the bigger guy, has a crazy reach advantage.
Yeah,
dude, he set this guy up, bro. Like every round, you already know what was gonna happen. Like I said, he kept using the jab, throwing the right hook once in a blue moon. Anytime he threw it, like it could be blocked. You could tell. Sulecki did not like it, you know. And once Sulecki started using the high guard even more, he was just getting set up for that body shot. And that was he got him nasty in the body shot, liver shot, and it was a wrap. He was not getting up after that. And I was sweating a little bit though. I seen like the setup coming, but I'm like, it was round 6. I'm like, I got 1 to 6, boy. Let's go.
Yeah.
You can get this dude out of here quick, man. And thank God we cashed that. But it was a good performance. I liked seeing that because it shows his IQ is evolving a little bit more. And shit, I would love to see him fight Munguia.
Yeah, the only drawback I'll say, which I kind of spoke up on last week in the lead up to the fight, is I still think he gets hit a little too much. I really think he gets hit a little too much.
The counter left.
Yeah, he had some, not like a lot of visible damage, but you could see he had like visible like markings.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is. Like that counter left for him. Like I don't know if he don't respect her or he's just like.
Yeah, I definitely think he wasn't worried at the power coming back at him in this specific fight. To me, I'll be honest, I think the fight to make, assuming all goes to plan, so to speak, is Pacheco versus Berlanga. I think that's a better fight for Pacheco as well. Kind of like, I believe they sort of discussed what they thought would happen if Pacheco fought Munguia, and I believe they were siding with Munguia. I would probably side with Munguia as well as of now. But, it would be a very good, exciting fight if it were to be made. So, great performance. Needed the KO, and he got it. So, very impressive fight there by Diego Pacheco. We're going to touch on the fight that happened this morning, actually, 3-4 a.m. pretty much. Naoya Inoue gets the job done. I don't know if I would say KO because I'm not saying that he quit, obviously.
Body shut down, bro.
But like his back like went out pretty much. Anyway, got the job done round 7, little later than pretty much most predicted. But he did get the knockout. Another obviously great performance. Danny, what are your thoughts on Inoue's performance? And I believe he wants to fight New Year's, so I believe he's going to fight one more time this year.
Yep, I think he will. Usually he does fight around that time too, but I had the under, bro. I had the under 4.5. That shit didn't pan out. I thought it would be quicker. The lines for this fight was nuts. Like I was telling y'all last week, Bet365 had it 1-6 for -188. And FanDuel had it at like -400, and then DraftKings had it like at -300. So it was all over the place. Obviously, the Bet365 was more accurate, but I mean, it was just domination, bro. We already knew there was no way Doheny was gonna win this fight. He was playing with his food. Another thing too. That's another thing though. Like, it's level of competition. You could say he was getting hit in a way. He was, he took some shots.
I was hearing more. I guess pushback against him.
Yeah, but it's like, it's the same thing with when Boots Ennis just fought. Like, if I'm going for that kill shot, and I really don't respect what's coming to me, like, I'm gonna get hit, so I could let off what I want to land. You know what I mean? So, great performance for Inoue. I mean, he was supposed to do this, so I'm not like, oh my god, it was Doheny, a good vet, never been knocked out, but good showing for Inoue for sure.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I was shocked too with I guess how long the fight went. It did get to round 7. I was almost gonna play like round 1 to 3, like the group like bet. Yeah. But then I'm like, whatever. I'll let it go because I'm not gonna, like, I saw it after the fact before the fight already happened, so I didn't see it live. So I was kind of seeing it, and then you rewatch it and see what happens. But yeah, I mean, he needed the win, and just glad, he's still active and fighting a ton. We're going to go right into some boxing news. And with the boxing news, we can touch on, spoke about this backstage here. There's one fight to sort of talk about. I believe it's going to be on DAZN. Jose Zepeda, he's returning. He's taking on Ivan Redkach. Current odds at our favorite book, mybookie.ag, promo code PUBSPORTS, have Zepeda has, this is insane to me, he's minus 800 on MyBookie, minus 900 on DK, minus 750 on FanDuel. Jose Zepeda, overwhelming favorite. I know Ivan hasn't looked good recently as of late either, but Zepeda just got destroyed by Dalton Smith. Danny, any early thoughts? I know we didn't really speak on this prior, but do you think these odds are justified for Zepeda? Do you think he's going to run through Ivan here?
So I am familiar with Rick. I don't know if you hear my son.
He's going wild.
Yeah, he's going nuts upstairs. Yeah. He's been knocked out a lot. He's been lost 7 times, knocked out 4. But I mean, some of these guys, pro grade. He's fought Danny Garcia, went the whole distance.
Yeah.
John Molina, I know, but he's not like a crazy. He does have power. And some other dude, I have no idea who that is early in his career. But, I mean, I'm high on Jukambayev, the guy he lost to last fight. And we saw Zepeda, bro. Like, he's pretty much done. We were heavy on the KO prop, remember, with Smith?
Yeah.
Plus 200. It was like 250 or something like that. And it's just who's got more in the tank. I mean, I favor for sure Zepeda. But these odds, though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, this is not like an exact comparison, but we just saw the fight. Jarrett Hurd fought Jason
Yeah,
Rosario.
Exactly. You've seen how, and we're talking about guys that are not even like crazy old, like 29. Hurd is 32, 33, so not super old, and you could tell they're done, which is wild. That's the fight game sometimes. But I gotta dig in a little bit more into the last fight for Redkach, but we'll see. He's a southpaw Ukrainian. I mean, maybe we could see some value on the goes the distance or something like that, but we'll see. But these guys, are pretty much done in my book.
Yeah, I agree. I was just very shocked when I saw the opening line for this fight. Other piece of boxing news I'd like to touch on before we get out here, because we do have a Dana White Contender stream and Bankroll Blitz NFL prediction show tonight, Pub Sports Radio. Other piece of news, Golden Boy announced their first, I believe it's their first card since the partnership with Turkey in Saudi Arabia. So the first card is going to be headlined by Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez taking on Chris Billiam Smith. Other fights on the undercard. This is why I see more detractors of the Saudi Arabia stuff. The one thing I'll always say, since he's done it, is he puts good fights on the undercard.
Oh yeah,
He stacks the card pretty well. So we have Jose Ramirez, Arnold Barbosa, which should be a good fight.
I hate hearing that name because it reminds me of how I got robbed on the Arnold Barbosa fight, bro.
Yeah, that was his last fight, that? Right? Yeah.
Like, yeah, McCann, I had the underdog. I even had decision plus like 1,200. Robbery.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that the Ryan Garcia fight?
It was on the undercard or some big fight. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that was the undercard of the Ryan Garcia Haney fight.
It probably was, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Other fights on that card. I feel horrible for Kambosos.
Oh yeah.
He's fighting William Zepeda?
Bro,
who's his manager?
No, not only that, but did they have him at gunpoint to sign that contract? Cause
like what are we doing? He's like 1-6 under. Yeah, like that's gonna be murder. Like that's not even gonna be competitive.
I guess he's getting paid. Yeah, I guess money talks, so he's probably getting paid.
Yeah, I was just shocked. Kambosos I'm not gonna say it was like a fluke win. You know how he got the belts and whatnot. But he got the belts, and then ever since then, I'm not saying he's getting destroyed, but yeah, he needs a step down competition. This is a horrible style matchup for him. Yeah. I'm hoping we get a decent line for William Zepeda KO. Obviously, the money line is going to be stupid.
I don't know. After Lomachenko did what he did to him,
yeah,
and I called that shit like,
yeah,
we're not seeing those prices.
Other fights, Oscar Duarte is fighting Kenneth Sims Jr. Kenneth Sims Jr. was I'm not going to say like super highly touted prospect, but I know he had some hype to him. And Duarte, we do know from fighting Ryan Garcia. And
that's a good fight, though.
Yeah.
I like that fight.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good matchmaking. But yeah, so that should be a good, fun one. And then the other fight on that card is a prospect fight between Bekdamir Melikuziev.
Oh yeah, what's his nickname? The bully. Whatever. He lost to Rosado a long time ago, Rosario, and then he beat him again.
Yeah,
he beat him the second time. I mean.
Yeah, and some Guatemalan like prospects. So that's the whole card. Fun fights, a lot of good fun fights there. Obviously, the fight I'm most looking forward to, because I just don't like George Kambosos, and for him to just be getting spoon-fed to these knockout artists is fantastic. And it does make sense because that card is, I think, early November, and then obviously the month prior, Shakur's fighting the co-main on the Bivol fight. Yeah. So they want to do Zepeda, Shakur. So makes all the sense in the world. That should be a fun spot as well. Then I did put the tweet out there. We did get confirmation Tim Tszю's finally got his fight announcement. Amazon Prime. If you guys don't have Amazon Prime, you need to get Amazon Prime, especially this fall. NFL Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime, and they're getting in the boxing game, of course, as Tim Tszyu returns, taking on Backroom Muterziliev. I believe that's how you say it. Tim Tszyu.
I try to.
Yeah, Tim Tszyu off. I'm not saying it's like a huge upset, obviously, but he loses to Fondora. Supposed to fight. Virgil Ortiz does not. I forgot what happened with that fight. And then
it was a cut, remember? The whole controversy was when he fought Fondora, he had a horrible cut by an elbow.
Yeah.
And they should have stopped it. Like his corner should have stopped it, but they didn't. Then he lost. And then one of the doctors said that cut's not gonna heal, so in time to fight Ortiz.
Yeah.
So
and I will say, because they announced the Ortiz-Tszyu fight very quickly, where it did seem like, and we'll see if this happens type thing. So, yeah, I agree with that. any early thoughts on that fight? Obviously, we didn't really look into too much of the opponent. We do know who Tim Tszyu is, obviously, and watched him fight a ton. So.
Honestly, not right now. I'm gonna side with Zoo right now, but I gotta dig in definitely for this fight. And also, too, Boots Ennis is not gonna fight Norman. Norman ducked him pretty much. I heard.
I did see that, yes.
And but he's already got another opponent, so that's coming up too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's gonna be a pretty loaded fall here in winter. Obviously, next week, everyone knows we're gonna talk about the return of Canelo Alvarez. That's gonna be a loaded card. A lot of big fights there. Everyone's favorite jokester, Rolly Romero's on the card, as I love to throw out there.
At your house.
I'm sure you've seen. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it for sure, but the odds for that fight, Rolly. I mean, if Rolly loses this fight, he's done. Like to me, he's done.
I think that's what he says. That's him. Jameis or whatever. He's not. It's not gonna be an easy fight. So I remember seeing him a while back. I gotta like watch it again to see if he's like really live. But I already got my underdog for that card. But yeah, we'll see. A really good bounce back.
Yeah, it should be a fun card next week, which obviously we're gonna dive into next Tuesday. And then I was shocked. I guess it's kind of more news related. I guess Daniel Dubois is talking a lot prior to the Joshua fight. So
he's been talking more since he won, the last 2 fights or whatever. So he's been stepping it up.
Yeah, I would calm down if I was Daniel Dubois. I'll just say this. I feel like Anthony Joshua has hit
at the same time, though, so this is how I think. Because the way I think about him, it has changed a little bit. Because I always say he's got that quit in him. He's been stopped. He quit before.
Yeah, no, he looked great.
Now he's got that confidence talking shit. That might be good for him. Because mentally, that's always going to be back there. So you want to have that confidence. Is it false confidence? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good, exciting heavyweight fight, and then obviously we're gonna get Fury Usyk 2 at the end of the year, which should be very fun as well. Danny, do you have anything you'd like to end on, or just notes, or whatever you'd like to say before we head on out of here?
No. Smash that like, subscribe. Catch us on a Contender Series right now. We about to hop on the stream pretty soon. And we'll see us next week for the huge fight coming up with Canelo.
Yeah, perfect. Everything Danny said there. If you guys could, leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a comment down below with any thoughts on the boxing news or the performances we saw last week. You think Pacheco's live to be the king at 168, or any thoughts on that? Stay tuned in here to Pub Sports Radio. It's the best time of the year. You have to subscribe. You guys have to be watching.
Football's back.
Football's back. College is back. Fights are every week. Next week we got O'Malley Morab and Canelo versus
everything like this.
Yeah. So this is the best time to be here at Pub Sports Radio. If you guys would consider joining the membership as well, $9.99 a month. Gold member helps us out a ton. That being said, we'll see you guys next week for Edgar Berlanga, Canelo Alvarez. Peace, guys.